Hi, this is Claire Graff, and I am applying to be a lead coordinator for Engaged Owl Leaders in the fall 2017. And this has been my journey through EOL. So I came to Kennesaw State University as a freshman, much like everyone else, with the point to impress everybody, impress new friends, new teachers, join all the clubs, this shiny new me. And in the process of becoming a shiny new me, I hid the imperfections, I hid the things that people might not want to see, and I became this person who put forward what I believed other people only wanted to see. Part of this new me included a leadership position, so when I found Engaged Owl Leaders, I thought this is the perfect way to make new friends and maybe learn some leadership skills along the way. So I applied to be an Engaged Owl Leader participant. As I started Engaged Owl Leader, I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but on the retreat, whenever we did Touch 3, I had no idea I could even make such an impact on somebody, and it was just astounding to know that people see me in that certain way and that you can make a difference in just the smallest word and the smallest action. So my mind became open to the idea of making a difference, making an impact, in that I actually am significant. As the sessions began, I became to realize that other people sort of had the same insecurities and the same worries that I did, and it made me feel sort of not alone. It made me feel like I don't really need to hide anymore. So I got to know everybody, and in the process, I got to know myself a little bit more. I embraced the negative, I embraced the things I was scared of, because only when you recognize the need to change is whenever you can find the strength to grow and become a better leader. And that's what I was in EOL for, because the thing we always tell the participants now is you only get EOL what you can put into EOL. So it made me really want to do more. It made me want to be more. My coordinators were so just wise and experienced, and they made me really want to know, can I do that too? Can I make an impact? Can I be that person who goes out and tries to change the world? Because I never had considered myself to be that kind of person, but EOL made me want to live with impact. So I opened the idea of becoming a coordinator. I wanted to become an EOL coordinator because Engaged Owl Leader had been such a huge impact on me, and I wanted to have that impact on somebody else. As I was a coordinator, I felt that I could really bring out the good qualities in other people. I could lift them up, I could make them feel more comfortable, make them feel positive, and make them feel like the world is attainable, because it is. And I learned I had some weaknesses as well. I doubted myself a lot my first semester. I doubted that I had the experience and the wisdom and the knowledge to really take these new freshmen and really bring them up to the level that they should be, because my first semester, they were very involved already. They were all natural leaders, and I felt there's nothing else I can do for them. And that was just wrong, because there's always more growth, and it just takes, as a coordinator, I believe it takes looking hard enough to find where that growth can be, and taking the time to invest into your participants and just let them know that, hey, I am here for you and I see you, and maybe this is what we can do to work a little bit harder. And it's important as a coordinator, I've learned to tailor the sessions to what your session needs, because no two sessions are the same, and that's why we allow variation. I also realized I was having issues because I was pretty much the same age as the participants, and it made me feel like, okay, I can't be an authority figure to them. They won't maybe respect me. Maybe they won't listen to me, or they'll just think I'm being bossy, because part of me wanted to be their friend. And of course we need to make friends, make connections in EOL. I'm not there to be their superior, I'm there to be their facilitator. But I definitely had a huge problem with maybe pointing people out and saying, hey, oh, not pointing people out, but just, making people know being on their phones isn't okay, or just things like that. And so this current semester that we're in, I've worked really hard to know, all right, you're there for them, you're on their level, you're there to be their friend, but also I am the facilitator, so I need to take more of a responsive level in making sure everyone's paying attention and making sure people are not on their phones and people are showing up, because part of me says I don't want them here if they don't want to come. I don't want that negative energy in the session bringing everyone down, but in reality that's whenever we need to push the participants harder and harder to actually come and say, this was a good thing, this was a good idea, because we need to promote commitment, because a lot of people think they can just commit and say they'll commit and then not actually put the work forward. So this semester I'm learning to overcome a little bit and saying, no, you're coming to them in a leadership position, they're expecting you to kind of guide them. So that's what I'm trying to do to overcome my need to be more of a friend to them. I learned that the different coordinators, they are all amazing leaders, and they're all amazing leaders in their own way and in their own right, and the fact that their leadership is different doesn't make it worse, doesn't make it better. It's just something that you can learn from. I think that's why it's really, really smart. We have 3 coordinators in one session, because you get so many different leadership styles. I know right now Heather is very insightful, very deep. She provides so much positivity to our session, and Kyle's a little more of the energetic side, bringing everyone up, making everyone feel heard, making sure all the energy is there. And that's exceptionally important, because if people are falling asleep, they're not listening, they're not learning. So I'm just so excited to have had the opportunity to learn from all these other great people who are involved in so many other organizations. As I went through EOL, I learned that I do have the qualities to make the kind of impact that I would like to make in the world, and I gained a little bit more confidence in myself, because I realized if you give them to respect you, if you give them the right to respect you because you believe in yourself and you believe that what you're saying is important and that you have the qualities to help them, just having that confidence is important. And last semester I realized I was not quite giving them all the pieces of advice I had, because I almost said, who am I to tell them this? And I would kind of stick to just vague, debriefing and hearing what they had to say and digesting what they had to say and making sure everyone could talk. But this semester I've really taken a lot of my experiences I've had in my life, because I am a natural leader. I've had a lot of leadership positions, and I've used that to really tell people, this is an important part of life, or this is an important part of leadership, and this is something you maybe could be doing a little better, but just feeling like, okay, I can do this. And I've also learned that I am a good leader, because I think a really great accomplishment I had this semester was being a membership outreach chair in the honor society called the National Society of Leadership and Success. I've learned that there are a lot of other people who want leadership positions and they're not willing to put in the work, and sometimes it takes a lot to actually bring them up to the commitment level that you're at. And it might not be easy, it might not always be fun, but it's important to know that just because they're not doing your job, you can't just jump in and do the job for them. It's important to know that you will need to work on bringing them and do the job themselves, because as a leader you can't just do everything yourself. It's really important to delegate and allow other people to grow and change. So that's been a huge frustration. I really just wanted to quit that, because even the president is so bad on communication, but it's something that I've had to take my EOL experience and go, this is what I've learned. Everyone functions differently, everyone has different ways of growing and learning, and everyone has different motivations. So I've been working hard to just kind of find that and bring that club up to the potential that it could have. And that's been really awkward for me, because it's my first year on the executive board and I feel like it's not really my place. That's a weakness I've definitely identified, is I don't feel like it's my place. But then whose place is it if there's nobody stepping up to make the change? So I thank EOL for giving me the confidence and the experience and just the eloquency and the social skills to actually enunciate what I'm trying to say. that's another growth I've really found through EOL is I cannot sit here and make a video and just speak about how I've grown and how I've changed and my weaknesses and what I hope to accomplish in the future without sitting here and going, because it includes so much public speaking, and I think that's very, very important. I really would like to, if I became a coordinator next semester, I would like to focus more on sharing the true advice and the true inspiration that I have and not feeling abashed, and maybe giving a little bit more into my sessions, maybe, because I feel sometimes like I get frustrated and I think that, you know, they're not caring or they're not getting anything out of it, and then it almost makes me want to withdraw. And I have to remember something I've learned, especially about the participants, is that if they have a negative mindset or if they have a tendency to withdraw or maybe are a little short with you, it's generally not a problem with me as a coordinator. It's generally a problem with them in their self-esteem or in their personal life, and it's my job not to withdraw because they withdraw, but to come forward and see what's wrong and really pull them out of their shell and really get them to that spot that they need to be, because I don't want to feel like I failed them. I want them to be able to come to their full potential. So I feel like this past year, as my first year as a coordinator, I focused more on what am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? How can I improve as a facilitator? How can I make sure that they understand what I'm saying and they know what the lessons are? But I think if I became a coordinator next year, I would focus less on how to improve myself as a coordinator and more so how to really bring out their qualities as a leader, because I feel like I found a lot about myself through my journey as an EOL participant to my journey as an EOL advanced leader, and I think I finally have really reached a position where I can identify different weaknesses and different strengths and help bring those out and lower their insecurities and really make sure they're getting everything out of the program. Because like I said, I have some participants now, they get a little bit withdrawn, and that just upsets me, and it makes me want to say, well, you're not putting in the work, that's your problem, you won't get anything out of the program. But that's not what coordinators are here for. We are there to give them every opportunity to become more than what they are and to become, you know, out of those shells, because a lot of times feeling like withdrawn and maybe like they don't care is a way of protection, so they're not putting themselves out there and possibly getting rejected. So just making sure they know it's a safe spot. I think on campus in EOL, I strive to live with impact. So I really make sure everyone feels safe and everyone feels loved and inspired and motivated. I would love for everyone to become everything they can be and realize it's not as bad if you just put in the work. And I want to work on just pushing people harder, especially as a lead. I would love to be able to be a lead coordinator and let maybe new coordinators come up, find themselves in the same journey that I did, and kind of let them know you have the space to grow. It's okay to make mistakes, and kind of let them have the freedom to be heard and maybe switch around sessions, get some new ideas in there, and just watch new advanced leaders grow, watch new participants grow, and just as a whole set learn from each other and see what all we can accomplish, because it's a great world and there are so many possibilities out there, and I would like to be a part of that growth, and I would like to be a part of that change. Thank you.